Welcome to the bear dedication. We want to get started because you all may have heard we've got a contest about to begin, and we want to get in there in time to get them off to a great start. We'd planned this originally as a bear unveiling ceremony, and then I started thinking what mischief might befall that bear if covered with a veil for a whole week. So we decided that instead of doing an unveiling, we would have this dedication for our newest statue on campus. Some of you may have heard that our original mascot at Mercer was a Baptist. We were the Mercer Baptists until 1924. And if you think about it, a statue of a Baptist would be a pretty scary thing. But probably not such a great mascot. So today we're the Mercer Bears. We've been the Mercer Bears since 1924, and I decided to do some research to find out why our mascot is a bear. And there are all kinds of good reasons why you might choose a bear as your mascot. Perhaps we're the bears because in Germanic culture, the bear was a symbol of a mighty warrior. Indeed, the Old English term bairn means both bear and warrior. So that'd be a good reason to have a bear, I suppose, as your mascot. Another good reason, the prehistoric Finns. Finns, these are people who live in the area known as Finland today. Considered the bear as the spirit of one's forefathers, and thus it was the most respected of all the animals. Today, the bear, for that reason, is the national animal of Finland. Likewise, in Korean culture, people in their mythology identify the bear with their ancestors, and for that reason, in Korean culture, the bear is the most respected of all animals. So all these would be good reasons to have the bear as your mascot. Unfortunately, it appears that none of those are the reasons we have the bear as our mascot. I'm told, this story sounds a little bit apocryphal to me, but I'm told that the name the Bears originated at our first football game in 1892 when Mercer took on the University of Georgia in what was the first football game ever played in the state of Georgia. Back then, athletes wore long hair and handlebar mustaches. And as a brawny Mercer lineman charged down the field in Athens, a bemused spectator is said to have commented, I'm not sure this sounds realistic, is said to have commented, "Whence cometh that bear?" Now, you know, I've been at a football game in Athens before, and I haven't heard, you know, that kind of commentary coming from the stands. But whence cometh that bear? And apparently the name stuck, and in 1924, the student body at Mercer University voted to change the mascot from the Baptists to the Mighty Bears. Therefore, it's only fitting that Mercer pay tribute to its history and to the spirit of this institution, embodied by the mighty bear, with the construction of this bear statue, which we dedicate today. I want to say that this embodiment of the spirit of Mercer University would not have been possible without the support of the alumni, faculty, staff, and students who backed this project financially. It's important to note that the money raised for this statue didn't impact tuition. It didn't come from the endowment or any budget of the university. This is truly a gift to the university, a gift paid for in large part by the students of this university. Last year's senior class contributed $10,000 towards the construction of this bear statue. So let's begin this dedication ceremony by giving a round of applause to the people that made this possible. About a year ago, I charged our trustee and Mercer graduate Roddy Clark with the task of getting this done. And Roddy has provided remarkable energy and imagination and commitment to this project as chair of the Statute Committee. So Roddy, we're all grateful to you for your leadership and work on this, and at this time I'd invite you to make a few comments.
Thank you, Mr. President. The idea of the statue started not a year ago, but a few years ago in the heads of Bobby Pope and Coach Jimmy Carnes, who was here, and Glenn Watson, who was part of the committee. But the real catalyst for it was President Underwood, when about a year ago, at his request, he and I met. And he started the conversation out and said, Roddy, the reason I ask you here is we're trying to build a football stadium, and I'd like for you to write a check for $15 million. And I said, Bill, well, the last time Sarah let me look at the checkbook, I didn't have $15 million. He said, okay, well, we'd like for you to chair a committee to get us a bear at Mercer, a cast bronze bear. I immediately said yes. But afterwards, I wondered if I got snookered. I think I may have been set up. But I accepted the challenge, and we put together a committee representing every demographic of Mercer, staff and administration and faculty, sports, alums, and most importantly, students. And we wanted it, the reason we did that is this bear is not an athletic mascot alone. It is something that represents Mercer University, and I think we got it big enough to be a pretty good symbol for the university. But at this time, I would like to present that committee. Alice Crisp represented was a student liaison for us with the students, and as Bill said, did quite well financially. Diane Owens has joined us, and Don Baxter. Don, are you up there? I don't see Don. You can't miss him. But they represented men and women's athletics. Bobby Pope was on our committee, and Pope has another, I think he has a wedding of some kind this afternoon, but he represented faculty and staff. And Jim Hires, Glenn Watson, and myself represented alums. I think that covered everybody. Did I miss anybody? I began this job, and it was a job, with the perfect concept of a bear. How big it should be, what pose it should have, where it should go, and here it is. Nothing like my original concept. It's not where I wanted it. Doesn't look like what I wanted. And I thought about this, and I said, you know, that's what you get for having a committee that's a lot smarter than you are and has much better taste than you have. And I would not change a thing. And the only thing I would add is never bring your wife to committee meetings, because she becomes an ad hoc member of the committee, and you never stop talking about it. But anyway, thank you for your hard work. We appreciate your dedication and everything that you did. As President Underwood mentioned, this was not the first bear. In the 40s, there was a bear at Old Porter Gym. The students objected to it, and 5 weeks later took a sledgehammer to it, and the remains were removed. I hope we have enough preachers here to keep this bear in their prayers that it will last longer than that one did. Today, our bear is a 2,200-pound brown bear, cast in bronze, designed, sculptured, and erected by Stephen LeBlanc. Stephen has won many awards for his work and created over 300 pieces of bronze work. He did the Wildcat at Northwestern University and did the Buffalo at the University of Colorado. Stephen could not be with us today. He is filming an episode of Browning Expedition. He does about 10 episodes a year as a wildlife biologist, and he has done just a great job. In closing, I would like to give special recognition to a few people. Alice, for her coordination with the student body, and Amy Abel, for her coordinating the generous gift by the class of 2010, to Glenn and Bobby and Coach Carnes for their initial idea, and to Bill for his inspiration, to Russ Volo and the grounds people at Mercer who prepared this site, and to Chris Sheridan, who provided us a crane. We had a flying bear for a while, and it came right over here, and they set it down. As Bill said, the next step in the bear is to name it, and we will start that program probably after the beginning of the year. At this time, I'd like to call on Alice Christ to come to the podium. Alice was on the committee and served as liaison with the student body. But before I leave, I just want to say thanks to everyone for their financial, for their moral, and other support, because it was a good task to work on. Alice?
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Good afternoon, and as a student member of the Bear Statue Committee, my primary purpose was to ensure that the student perspective was submitted to the committee. So, twice a week or each week, sometimes bi-weekly, I presented committee updates to the Student Government Association looking for their feedback on the statue. And after reading the cluster articles from 1949, I wanted as much student input as possible. I didn't want us to end up with a bear statue that, students didn't enjoy. Much to my relief, recently, I've seen that students are really embracing the presence of the bear. Before the statue even arrived, students began taking pictures, posing like growling bears on the cement platform. In the past week, it has been a joy to hear students talk about the bear and even include it last night in their homecoming skits. As a graduating senior, this project has really opened my eyes to the commitment of our alumni and their willingness to invest in the university. It has inspired me to become an active alumna member and to strive to support my alma mater in whatever way I possibly can. Thank you. So now I would like to ask my close friend and Mercer alumna, who was recently married, Amy Abel Kiker, to come to the podium. Amy is a member of the 2010 graduating class and was 2009 to 2010 Student Government Association President. Amy?
That's my wife.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so excited to be standing here. As you've heard several times mentioned already, the birth of the bear statue has been a very long process. When the plans first came about last year, we were all very hopeful that the project would be something that students would support and feel a part of. We wanted it to be a symbol of pride for alumni and a recognizable icon on campus. Needless to say, I think the committee accomplished its goal. The bear is fierce, and in my opinion, far fiercer than a Baptist would have been. As an alum, I'm really excited to watch the tradition of this statue unfold. I feel sure that many more photos will be taken. We'll soon be seeing parents capturing the moment with their soon-to-be Mercer freshmen during summer orientation. We'll see small children eager to take their picture with the bear. And we may even see the bear participate in a few pranks. Not that I'm encouraging anything. This will all be part of the bear's place here. Part of the tradition and its belonging to our beloved Mercer campus. Thank you to the committee for taking such great care and making sure the bear would be so grand. We all look forward to participating in the new tradition. And I would like to now welcome President Trenton White to the podium to lead us in a prayer of dedication. Be the bear.
Thank you, Amy, and thanks everyone here. Will you please bow your heads with me? God of many names, we gather today to dedicate this stunning statue of the Mercer Bear. We are struck by the artistic skill invested in the crafting of this impressive piece, even as we are grateful for the generosity offered in bringing such a unique gift to this pinnacle overlooking our campus. During the coming years, countless students, faculty, and staff, alumni, and friends will pass by this imposing site on their way to eat lunch in the food court, watch a sporting event in the arena, go to class, or simply meet up with friends. May they each be inspired by the fearless courage cast in this great bronze creature to stand up with stilled and holy confidence to their own challenges, whatever they may be, academic, athletic, professional, or personal. And as the years roll by, may this weathered statue, unyielding to summer heat and winter storm, be the constant sign of Mercer's unchanging and enduring values of faith and excellence, integrity and service. O God, with our beautiful campus now bracketed by two symbolic statues, we live and work between the thoughtful Jesse Mercer on one side and the tenacious Mercer Bear on the other. Let us be true to both. By your grace, keep calling us to Jesse Mercer's founding vision for this university and keep empowering us to pursue and protect that vision with fierce persistence. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Well, that concludes our ceremony, and as we now go to see the Bears beat the Harvard Crimson, I want you all to repeat after me. Go Bears! Go Bears!